Hello everyone, welcome back to the Las Vegas Urban League WIC Culture Club podcast. I'm Natasha Leasing, the Las Vegas Urban League Program Nutritionist.
And I'm Samaje Bruce, IBCOC, and the Las Vegas Urban League Breastfeeding and Breastfeeding Peer Counselor Program Coordinator.
Today we have two amazing topics that we're going to talk about. I'm going to start with what April has in store for us to nutrition. April is Earth Month, and annually on April 22nd, we celebrate Earth Day.
Yay!
The very first Earth Day in 1970 brought together millions of Americans from different backgrounds and kick-started the modern environmental movement. Since that time, Earth Day has grown into the world's biggest event for communities involving billions of people across 192 countries, all working together to protect our planet and create a better tomorrow.
No, that's pretty cool. May I ask how nutrition plays a role in this?
Great. So food is essential for keeping our bodies and mind healthy, but not everyone knows where our food comes from. The Earth Day Network's Food Prints for the Future campaign teaches students worldwide about the sources of our food and how our food choices affect the environment and vulnerable communities. The food system has many environmental and social impacts. When we consider emissions from food waste, livestock, deforestation, and transportation, the global food system contributes to a quarter of the greenhouse gas emissions. These emissions not only contribute to climate change, but also disproportionately affect low-income communities and developing countries. As people become more aware of these impacts, there are more options for alternative diets. Food is a great way to engage students in important discussions about climate changes and fairness in our food system. Teaching students about how our food choices affect the environment help them make better decisions for their own health and for the health of the planet.
Wow. Can you explain a little bit more about what a food print is?
Of course. So a food print shows how our food affects the environment, considering everything from how it's grown and made to how it's transported and stored, like the resources used, pollution created, and greenhouse gases released. Reducing our food prints is important, but it's not always easy. Factors like access, cost, health, and cultural preferences influence what we eat. There's no single diet that fits everyone. This campaign aims to show that each person and organization can make a difference in the food prints in various ways.
Yeah. How can we get involved?
Great question. So we can look into plant-based cooking classes or workshops. You can compost food waste, think about eco-friendly packaging, recycle, have our own garden, planting fruits, vegetables, or even herbs, support farmers market and promote local and seasonal eating, and of course, educate everyone we know about, and communities about nutrition and sustainability.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, I definitely want to start some of those too. Fantastic information you shared, Natasha, and I hope the families watching today find a way to begin as well. Awesome. So April feels like a springtime, earthy type of vibe, right?
Yeah, definitely.
New beginnings, fresh, everything being fresh, new life, everything, right? And so for breastfeeding, I want to highlight a couple of events that support the lactating and birthing communities this month. One of the events is called the Global Big Latch On.
Oh, what's a Global Big Latch On?
Glad you asked. The Global Big Latch On takes place annually over 3 days in April. It includes includes in-person location and virtual attendances. As a worldwide peer support and community development event. It aims to strengthen national and global support for breastfeeding and to improve the health of children and women around the world.
Okay.
The Global Big Latch On events aim to protect, promote, and support breastfeeding families by providing support for communities to identify and grow opportunities to provide ongoing breastfeeding support and promotion in local communities, raise awareness of breastfeeding support and knowledge available locally and globally, help communities positively support breastfeeding in public places, make breastfeeding as a normal part of day-to-day life at a local community level, increase support for people who breastfeed. They are supported by their partners, families, and their communities. Also, to ensure communities have the resources to advocate for coordinated, appropriate, and accessible breastfeeding support services. Global Big Latch On events are highly successful, targeted community development initiatives that raise awareness of breastfeeding, encourage the formation of support networks between breastfeeding persons and to aim normalizing breastfeeding as a part of a daily life.
Oh, that's so cool. We get to support our lactating families like this. What was the other event you mentioned?
Oh, yeah. Glad you asked again. It's Black Maternal Health Week, right? Held annually,
yay.
April 11th through the 17th. Black Maternal Health Week is a week-long campaign funded and led by the Black Mamas Matter Alliance to build awareness, activism, and community building to amplify the voices, perspectives, and lived experiences of Black mamas and birthing people. This week, This week is intentionally held during National Minority Health Month and begins on April 11th, annually to join dozens of global organizations in marketing this day as International Day of Maternal Health and Rights, an opportunity to advocate for the elimination of maternal mortality globally. The activities and conversations hosted throughout the week intentionally cover the values and traditions of the reproductive and birth justice movements.
Okay.
We will be joining our local community organizations, Tiara Flynn of Phenomenal Mama and Sin Woods of Body and Womb, both phenomenal doulas in our community, for Black Maternal Health Week, Las Vegas, Nevada. This week entails a Black Maternal Health discussion on Instagram Live with Dear Brown Mama, a Black Doula Day celebration at Firefly's Tapas Kitchen and Bar, the Flamingo location. A Goddess Healing Workshop at Adobo Farm, that's on 1300 North C Street, and a Kinship Cookout, Black Maternal Health Block Party this Saturday, April 13th at KCEP Courtyard. That's 881's radio station. The address is 330 West Washington Ave from 10 a.m. to 2. We have a booth there, so I do hope you all are able to join us to visit the other fabulous vendors coming out to raise awareness about Black Maternal Health Week. We will have our media team provide the links for additional information.
Thank you for joining us again for this Las Vegas Urban League WIC Culture Club's podcast today. We hope you continue to join us every month.
Till we meet again, stay healthy and safe out there.
Bye.